Greetings, everyone. It is I, Dr. Chef. Happy Wellness Wednesday. I told you I'll come back. All right. I told you I was aiming in between the 6 to 7 p.m. schedule Central Standard Time. I really do hope that all is well and to give everyone a little time to tune in because I'm thinking it's just now posting. I'm going to go ahead and send the greetings to everyone. I have some special, but yet for those who didn't get a chance to tune in and did not get a chance to see the other segments, I've been before you guys now since last week for free. And I'm really hoping that you all take advantage of this time that I have to share with you all for your Q&A. This is for you. This is your Wellness Wednesday with Ma, Dr. Hill, also AKA known as Dr. Chef. And I'm really hoping that you all are doing well. I'm going to give some time enough to tune in to see that I am in because I know it just tuned in there. Today, this special announcement is for those who didn't get a chance to really get a recap because you didn't know, or I'm hearing that some of the information or the notifications may have not come through to some that wanted to tune in last week and this week. Thank you to whoever just gave the thumbs up. Please like and share. I wanted to make sure that I kept my word and I was able to today. Thank you for whoever that is tuning in. I'm giving you all a little time as I put in this information for you all in the chat to tune in. All right, all right, all right. I'm just typing in the number for those who have not gotten a chance to give those a chance that want to tune in time enough because I know I believe I am 30 minutes, an hour before the time that I normally tune in. Okay, and of course, I'm going to do a recap of last week, but this is still considered a special announcement because we've had so much to transpire, you all, even since Monday. For those of you all that's tuned in now that may not have gotten a chance to see what I did on this past Monday for Motivational Monday, it had been over a month since I was able to tune in for our Motivational Monday. And so, for those of y'all that's tuned in now, if you want to get a chance to go back, look into your YouTube. I believe it's still up. I really did drop some nuggets there, some really helpful things. And I'm going to share some of that for this Wellness Wednesday. However, I'm also sharing the updated special information that I have that I'm going to be receiving more updated information concerning this so-called quote-unquote flu season that we're in. Um, and then I also stated that I would share some information that I came across that I believe that would be good for you all to boost your immune system. I did get a chance to, give me 1 second here. I did get a chance to get let's see here. I didn't forget you guys, you can call in to the 1-800 number, to the 618-388-8100 number to order your for life. I recommend is I am an independent associate for this company. What I do is I order bulk. You all will be able to have it shipped to you, directly to you. It doesn't come to me first, it comes directly to you. So those of you all that's interested in getting this immune booster for life, please do so. I do get credit And sometime I'm able to save you all a few dollars for those, because that's not one that's my brand. It's just that I have promoted that because of the great reviews and the outcome that I received from family, friends, and clients of how well it helped with those who were getting sick or experiencing excess amount of mucus and breathing during the pandemic. That was it, you all. That was the number one go to that did not have my clients having to go through not even a herb tinctures that you all saw that I used to, that's tuning in now later, knew that I had available at that time. However, that's this product itself. Just just so you know, this one was the number one top. And I stand 10 toes down, 10 hands up, 10 fingers up with on this right here. Now, I do have access to over thousands of products. Of course, you cannot display that all of that right now. I stated it last Wednesday and Monday that it wouldn't be even wise for us to do it that way. When you call in and you want to be able to receive your free consultation to assess what you need for yourself and your family, then from there we can discuss what kind of wellness coaching that you need for yourself. Preferably those who's tuning in now or later, that's not your issue. We also still have testing here that you all are able to have at home, at home kit testing. I have some clients on it now, and they are getting their results, and it's not coming back that it's not accurate. The thing is that when you do, be prepared, you all. If you're going to go that route and you're real serious about your health on this Wellness Wednesday, man, please be willing to get to a place where you can cut back on certain toxic foods and chemicals and drinks that you know, and we all know that's not good for you. Other than that, you slow down your healing process. So yes, you can have the testing done, and the tests is for blood and urine. We have the ones for saliva testing, and we also have those for yeah, saliva, urine, and blood tests that can be done to let you know where your levels are. Because this is the reason why these things get more and more expensive. Because a lot of us are swinging things by the hip. We're trying to, oh, well, give me this, give me that, give me this and that. And if you know it, and before you know it, they're back in the same position this year. And that's the reason why on this Wellness Wednesday, I'm going to announce what I have for my scene for 2026 from a wellness standpoint is let's not be sick for 2026, because we know that's what they want to open up this year with. And I've already gotten a tremendous amount of information and calls concerning these flu-like symptoms that I personally believe and have received information from those who work outside, like I shared last week, that because we have, if you live in an area where you notice the stripes in the skies, to our understanding, and you can look this up for yourself, these are considered chemtrails. And these extra chemtrails mixed with this fall that's been tested by some to have extra radiation in it is causing a lot of problems, you all. It's causing a lot of problems with the respiratory system. It's causing breakout for some people. It's causing vomiting. It's a lot that's taking place here. So my advice is that if you are having those symptoms and you don't know what to do, of course you can consult your physician on these things, but just understand and be mindful and understand that your medical doctor in the hospital or in their private practice, they are trained to prescribe you your prescription drugs that more than likely come with side effects. You have to be prepared for that when you go for that type of treatment. However, the difference between us as wellness coaches and wellness practitioners is that our job is we specialize in showing you the proper herbs, oils, elixirs, foods, all the natural ways that can allow you to experience the least amount of side effects, if any at all. That is the major difference. And I have to say this because you'd be surprised how many people don't know the difference. They'll see a DR in front of my name and they automatically think, oh, okay, but she's not a medical doctor. You got that right. I'm not. I'm not. Not at all. We went in for holistic care. That's what we're in here for the whole body care treatment for you to be actually experience more of a recovery in the most natural way possible with the least amount of side effects. That is the major difference. Okay? And you don't believe in prescribing you prescription drugs. That is the difference. Now, do I work with doctors and nurses? Yes, of course I do all the time. And it's a good thing to know that there are some more and more each day. I am hearing that there are those who's trying to get their education in the alternative meds, is what they call it. Alternative meds. When you all hear that, that usually means that they're offering you or they have it where you have the option to try less invasive, meaning less harmful um, ways of treating your symptoms. I had to say that. And so, therefore, this is what I wanted to explain because you'd be surprised how many people that might tune in or who you may share this with, and they may not fully understand the difference. No, I don't believe that you should take herbs for everything. Some things don't call for that. Some things call for enzymes, certain minerals, and certain other modalities that your body type may need. Which brings me to the other with this special report. There's books that I have to recommend just in case there's a shutdown, you all. But even if it's not and you're a reader, I still recommend this book for those you all who know your blood type and don't know your blood type. Get it. Don't believe the hype. This is the year that for the first time that I've looked up just to see if they had some more current information online concerning eating better according to your blood type, that I've noticed that there's been a disclaimer put out there that there's no scientific proof. Now is there the moment you pop up, it used to be that way. And I've heard and I've known about this for the past 20 years now. And yes, I have practiced eating according to now my blood type. Yes, I have. And yes, I had beautiful experience. Some of the things my body naturally um, liked anyway, but the things that I added with the exemption of the meat, I've tried it with the meat years ago when I was a meat eater, an avid meat eater, and then I tried it when I went to kosher versus meaning farm raised. Non-injected meat, and then I've also tried it as being a vegetarian. Then I also tried it as being quote unquote vegan. All I can share is that my experiences has been, and also let's not leave out the How to Eat to Live book through the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I've done that as well. And when I tell you, I can only speak from my personal experience and from a few others. And that is that my best feeling and my best shape was when I was eating more as a fruit and vegetarian, meaning more nutritional food, homegrown, according to my blood type, with with exemption of toxic meat. That is when the skin was the most clearest, the most energy, the most vitality, least amount of sleep and rest that I needed. Oh, when I tell you, and then all my exercise was light, a little strength training, walking, making sure that I keep that blood circulation going, cardio, even in stressful times. I do believe in several times that helped save my life. And so because of my own personal experience and experience of others in this past 20 something years of practicing the wellness and holistic way of living, I'm more inclined to go lean more towards for myself and for those who I have had the pleasure in counseling towards eating according to your blood type and the least amount of meat. And if you are able to discipline yourself, none at all. The method of eating that I feel like that has been the most effective as far as not gaining as much waste for those of you all who don't want to do that has been by practicing the how to eat to live, and that's the one meal a day. one wholesome meal a day with your vegetation, fruits, and your right proper amount of protein. Some people practice that by eating quote unquote clean meat. Some practice it and not. But if you read in part two book of How to Eat to Live, it states that the most nutritional way to eat, the most perfect way of eating would be to not use meat, because you have other vegetations and foods that you can receive the proper amount more protein from than just meat. Now there are always exception to the rules depending on your DNA type. So we know we have those who are carnivores, and that's what they thrive off of. I don't view myself and most of my culture to be ones that have to have um, that need dead flesh or dead corpse to be a part of their of our version, our normal daily way of eating, in order for us to be at our ultimate maximum health and wellness. I don't see nowhere in history where we had to have dead corpse, and I do mean meat, in order for us to be at our strongest, our most vivacious, our most spiritual, our most everything. I have not seen it yet where that's what we have to have in order to be able to live long or in order to be able to be healthy. If you have, then that's your experience. I cannot take that away from you. But I have not seen it where we cannot live without meat. But I also, if I'm being honest, I haven't seen it either where you can't live a long, healthy life if you eat the minimum amount of clean meat. So once again, to each his own. But this is where I recommend testings. If you know you've been diagnosed, or you believe and you know your body well enough, and you believe that there are some underlying conditions, long term high blood pressure, diabetes, and all that, and you want to know how much or what to consume and what extra supplementations that you can use that's top of the line, which that's what we have access to, then I recommend you to do your at home testing. And for those of you all that's mentioning, well, Dr. Shelton, notice you've been showing these testings, and what about the testings that we have already? If you've already gotten your test done, so be it. Send an email or show forth your results. And then you can get some form of treatment from that as well. We can go by that if you can afford to get at home testing. However, I'm in the place of promoting these because I've seen now with my own eyes that the testing seems to be more accurate than not. I'm witnessing that for myself, and I'm just merely sharing that with you all. I do not profit from off of those. It's just a more accurate way of being able to treat you all without you having to come out of more expenses, more money, trying to buy tons of different vitamins and minerals that your body may not need. And that includes certain foods. It takes me back to how to eat right according to your blood type. The one thing that I do like about this book that you never hear many people talking about that likes to knock that, because you got all these different ideologies and reasons why they say, oh, well, you don't have to do that. Once again, this is my personal experience for myself and others. And one thing I like about this book, let's say you want a food regimen, it has it in there. It has food regimens in there, the type of foods that's been known, there's been much research done on that could be best suited for your body type, your blood type. Now, if there is other underlying, let me put the disclosure in there. If you have consumed too much of one over the other, you've gotten in too much starches, you've taken in too much citrus fruits, and now you have leaky gut syndrome, or you've noticed that your body is starting to break out for certain things that could possibly be in there, then that just simply means that you need to try another different type of food. You consume too much of that. Or maybe you've gotten hope to some that's not all naturally grown, meaning non genetically modified. So you got to keep that part in mind as well when you're thinking, what doesn't work for me? And then you have to also consider whether or not the body is suffering, your intestines is suffering from constipation, meaning, can you digest certain foods that would naturally be known for being good according to your body type or blood type? We got to keep those things into consideration. And this is the reason why coaching, Calling in to the 618-388-8100 number is so vital and so important that you not try to wing this by yourself, especially if you have been trying and trying and you have been having difficulties getting the results that you want for yourself and your family. Hey there, how you doing, Caribbean gentlemen? How you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. That is so kind. If you'd like to share where you're from, that would be great, brother. And this is open for Q&A. Any questions, any of them that I can answer without getting flagged, then I will answer. If not, then I am offering a free few minutes of wellness coaching on for this season, y'all, because of all of the things that's going on around the world today. Everything that I see that's affecting our people, it affects me. And so this is my way of giving back for the past umpteen years. Oh my goodness. This is my way of giving back to you all, because this is what's that? I just came. I left a meeting this earlier today, and the lady stated something that I thought was so wise. I've heard it before, but I haven't heard it lately. She asked the question. She said, "What is the two most important times in your life, or do you think is the two most important things in your life?" And I thought about it, and the first one I thought is when I'm born. I didn't think about the second one right away. But she said, "Okay, good." She said, "When you're born and when you learn your purpose." I say, "Yes, that's it. That's it." Well, you learn your purpose and you're able to fulfill that purpose a whole lot more effectively, a whole lot more better when you are well, when you are healthy in your body. I have a smile on my face because this has been a very trying, tough, really tough last couple of years. And you all hear me say it a lot because it's part of my healing process to complete it, because some days are not as happy when I think about my firstborn daughter that's no longer with us, and my dear angel, Nigel Angelise. Or when I think about my mom that transitioned in 2021, and others, plenty others that passed during the pandemic. So I can have those moments where I just have to really sit back and I have to meditate, and I have to remember just to just breathe, just breathe, and just be grateful, and just be extremely grateful for my health and well-being. And as they say, you don't really know. We never know what we can take. You never know what all you can take until that test comes, until life has to come and change, and you have to go through separation, and you have to go through a purging and a cleanse, and you really don't know, we really don't know what your body can take until it has to go through it. But I can promise you this that I have learned: the more better you respect the temple that is your godly temple, by doing your greatest to feed it what it needs to be fed, and fasting when you need to fast. I promise you, it makes the endurance, your ability to endure, so much more greater, so much more stronger. I can promise you that. I don't think that it's no one that tuned in today that would disagree with me on that, unless you haven't tried it. So I'm here on this Wellness Wednesday to encourage you to not just try to do it. You all know, like that company that likes to charge everybody too much for the shoes. Just do it. Let's just do it. Let's not be sick for 2026. Because we know that that's what our enemy, that's what our adversary, that's what those who choose to want to play God over our life, that wants to depopulate, that's what they want. They want you to be sick for 2026 unto death. Well, I'm not here for this. It's clear that I'm here to help because I'm pro-life. Pro-life. Pro-life for me means that you are for seeing a living man and a living woman. stay alive as long as they have been ordained to stay alive. So, that being said, if you all don't mind, I shared the information there down here, and you have any questions, please ask your questions. This is your time. I will be before you about another 30 minutes, so you got to get in where you can get it in. And I am open for whatever appropriate questions that I can answer. If it's something that I can't, then I don't mind you calling in or texting, and then we can discuss it over there, because we have to be very wise and careful with just putting blanket health information. I've never liked that, just for the record. Then you think that one regimen fits all. You never know who you may share this with that may get a misunderstanding and that may have a different condition than you, and maybe their response might not be tailored to their particular condition. And that is unfortunately what I have noticed that so many do. And that's the reason why I can't work with everybody. I can't. Not everybody that says that I'm for wellness, or everybody that says, oh, I'm for the holistic way, because I know and have learned within the past 20 plus years that no, there is no one way that fits all. That's like saying that we all have the same DNA trait. We all have the same blood. We all have the same condition. We all live in the same environment. So where there is a difference, there's going to be different treatments that may have to be applied. So that's wisdom. I'm not here just to sell and to promote something without it being the best fit for you. So, that being said, I appreciate you all. I really do, for tuning in. Those you all that have, if you want to help support the channel, just note the way you can support the channel is by merely liking and sharing. Make sure that you subscribe. As of right now, until further notice, I will be before you all every Wednesday, anywhere between 6 and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the reason why I'm saying in between, unless there is emergency, is because I do work with clients outside of behind here. I have a lot of work that I do. I'm part of boards that actually we receive books, and we send off things for young people across the board in Africa and other parts of the country. We do quite a bit of work outside of this platform. Okay. Hey there, how you? Hey, Yolanda. Thank you so much. And I receive your gifts, your tokens of love. I appreciate you. You hear me? And yes, to determine the blood type. Yes, I do. Yes, I do have access to the tests that since you that that you're able to take for your blood type. And now I can tell you those are under $20. So if you call in and you want to get that test done, we do have a couple of ways that you can well, not just a couple, we have several ways you can pay now. You don't only have to pay through we thankfully we have gotten to a place where you can pay through any means necessary now. So if it's through Discovery Card, if it's American Express, Master, Visa, um, Cash App, have a way you need to pay, then you're able to do that. And I know sometimes I get so caught up in really wanting to speak directly to you all, so I don't put in that information enough time, because I've just come from the office and had to make this time. So let me put in there for those of you all that want to send Cash App. I know you still have it, Yolanda, because I do receive your donations, which come in handy for the miscellaneous things that we have to do. As you all notice, I don't ask for much. I don't, because I don't have to have as much without being, as they say, being an empty nester. However, it do take much when you want to help more people. However, I'm sensitive. I'm a mother. I'm highly sensitive to what's going on in the world today. And I don't believe that everybody have it the way that we used to or could. And I know for a fact it's none of my business what you do with that you work for. So I say to those who have the heart to help, then please do so. I would do what I have to do to help make sure that it falls into the hands of those who are truly in need, that need the support and the help. There are those who sometimes they need free consultation and they're not able to afford. They're they're not able to afford consultations. And so that's important. Excuse the noise. I have some other people that just came in. You all let me know if it gets too loud because I'm online. Yeah, let me know. And so I'm putting that in right now. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to, hold on 1 second here. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, and so yes, and so thank you so much. And hey, Vicar Jacqueline, how you been? Haven't seen you in a minute. How you been? I had a sinus infection and need your nose miss. Oh yeah. So I'm putting the information in there now. And if you call in, you all call in. If you still have the 314 number, for those of you all that already have the direct number to me, then you can be a text in and then I can set it up to where you receive your receipt right then and there. And we can have the item shipped off to you as of tomorrow because that's critical. I live by having that. Um, all forms of payments. If you need to pay by credit card, then you can now. I'm putting that in now. Any other questions? Because it is excellent for that. This is what I normally do. I'm sorry. That's my little friend. What I normally do is when I know that the weather is going to be shifty or I'm in a different environment, or let's say I decide that I'm going to eat some type of healthier bread, but that bread still holds yeast, or if I want to try a wild rice that may formulate some excess amount of mucus. And I'm not able to work out right away. So I started feeling it forming up a little bit in my throat. And this is the reason why it's so critical that we do more of soups and salads, light foods, fruits, during the winter months for those of you all that's in this difficult type of funny weather that we have right now. Because like now it's about 40 degrees outside here in Missouri, and so that makes the body's temperature shift. And once again, depending on what you have eaten, it builds mucus up in you. If you're not exercising that off and burning that off, and let's say that it may have a artificial type of oil or saturated oil in there for those of you all that it's not on a strict healthier way of eating. The moment I start feeling that phlegm, the moment I feel my nasal starting to get a little moist, I squirt it in my mouth. I haven't squirted it today because I haven't had that. Like that. I don't wait. Don't wait. It doesn't matter how healthy you are. One of the number one ingredients in this bottle is colloidal silver. Look it up. Look it up, you all. And it tastes so good. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes minty, and then they have it in orange, so you get a chance to have an option. Now it's $35, you all. I can't tell you how much that costs. Shipping and handling may be $40. I'm going to order those in bulks at the end of this month. But for those of you all that want yours now, your 30-minute counseling too. Oh, okay, and you want your 30-minute counseling? Okay, excellent. Then you want to make sure. Let me make sure I put that in. Let me slow down and put that in. Yeah, because what we see now that's going on, you all, it is no coincidence. So once this segment is finished, I still take calls, you all. I'll be taking calls up until 9 today. Up until 9 p.m. So up until the next 2 hours, I will be still receiving calls in because I know what time it is. This feels so much like from the phone calls that I've been getting from those who've been um, coughing up blood clots and in and out the hospital now for the past 2 weeks. And then some got started in December, the 1st of December, with flu-like symptoms. Even some of those that I know that are in the health field that has everything that they need have had experienced flu-like symptoms. Now, granted, the recovery time was the turnover time was within 24 hours of the body being able to reset itself, but it's only because they most definitely had jumped on it right away. They knew to stay in, they knew to simmer down and take in the high potent vitamins and minerals that they had, teas and things of that nature. So don't, what I'm trying to advise you all, because of this fog, because of the excess amount of chemtrails that they're placing here on purpose, the radiation factor, your phone, your cell phone. We found out now with unfortunately those who got the jab and those who have been in the midst of that environment that nanotechnology is connecting to the 5G. You all can look that up and finding out that there's a connection there. Earbuds, please, you all, please. The wireless earbuds. I'm, I know this is going to be a hard one because we've gotten used to being mobile with this stuff, and it's so convenient, but it's not for your neuron transmitters in your brain. And that's the reason why we actually have testing, the heavy metal testings and other testings that we have here. Heavy metal testing as well. The tests do vary, so I can't give you a set price on those yet. I was supposed to be receiving a printout for those, so you all will know how much those are. But I can promise you this is well worth it. So that way you're not overspending money on natural products. I just said it. I'm gonna say it again. That way you're not overspending money on natural products that you don't need because you got the proper testings that the MDs recommend as well. High high level that tests for other things that the regular laboratory testings is not testing for anymore. So that's why that's so important, especially if you are the type to get sick during this time of year, anywhere from October, November, on over to February and March. Get the testing done for those of you all that can afford to. We also accept certain medical cards that allow you all to purchase your vitamins and prescription drugs as long as it have a as long as you got a number, the 9-digit number, and a Visa logo on it or MasterCard logo on it, and as long as you have an expiration date on that card. Okay. Good to see you all. It's so good to see you all. Shalom. Hey, Sister Tyra, how you doing? I'm glad that you received your stuff in the mail, and thank you so much for the return. Thank you so much. Let's not be sick for 2020. So thank you so much for putting that in there, bro. Real, it's good to see you too. It's good to see all you all. All right, y'all gonna make me think that y'all like me a little bit. Y'all gonna think y'all gonna make me think that y'all love me, but I'm just so happy to see everyone that's tuned in, and you all jump on it because you all know what's about to go down. You feel it, I feel it, we see it. Call in, get your free consultation. Let's see where you are at. And let this be part of your 2026 first wellness checkup with me, Dr. Shelf. You might as well give me while you can, because I already know as this time go by, I can't promise that I'll be able to be before you all every time. I can't. And that's why it gets sporadic for me at times, because it's more, as you all know, it's more of us that's sick and that's not well than it is those who are well and that's able to share the information and that's not afraid to share the information. I just received the video where it was showing where they're taking out naturopathic practitioners, 90 of them, and they're labeling them as committing suicide. And so I had a concerned family member that one of my uncles, he just called and said, hey, take heed. They, they knocking off. This is how he said, and I know he meant well, But I said, Uncle, this is how I responded to him. I said, Uncle, I understand, now that mom's gone and the other family members are gone. I said, I understand your concern, but if you don't know by now what I've been born to do, then you must know that I'm going to stand for something great. But I can't allow myself to constantly fall for nothing. And this is one of those things where I do believe that when your heart and your spirit is in the righteous place, in the place of compassion for living beings, living men and women and children, then sometimes that can grant you more life, pro-life, versus no life. Sometimes. And either you're protected and you're covered, or either you're not. And so I'd rather take my chances in fulfilling my purpose, is all I'm saying. That's a great purpose. And to watch you all tune in and be able to be well and get the information that you need, then for me to be sitting back twiddling my thumb, finding other things to do that does not fulfill my spirit, doesn't fulfill my soul. I toss and turn thinking about who's sick and who's not. I do. I do. Sometimes I have to stay up and study. Sometimes I have to stay up and I have to pray. Sometimes I have to. Sometimes I just have to work a little comedy, because sometimes you gotta laugh and keep from crying. Oh yeah, I'm giving it 1 million with y'all. Because if not, this way of life can cause depression. It can cause stress. Our stress is different when you're doing this, because we want to see everybody well and healthy and thriving and unifying themselves and thinking in their right mind. And we want to see us in our Superman and Superwoman fits, because that's what's in us, you all. We don't know what we're capable of, because most of us is not well enough. We have not dedicated enough energy and time into ourselves to treat our temples good enough, to know what all you're capable of doing. Sometimes, I'm be honest, sometimes I do. I check out my, thank you, Sister Jacqueline. I mean, it is really good to see you all tuning in. It's really good. I'm just happy to know that you all, if you tuned in, I know that means you're alive and well. And or at least alive enough and well enough to be able to speak. So that means the world to me. I'm really thankful for that. So I'm saying that to say that we don't know what's in us. And sometimes I do. Sometimes because I'm like you all. Sometimes I'll stroll and I'll look online and I'll see where people out there talking about oh, he passed 40 and the knees get to crackling. And that's not to make fun of anyone. Or, oh, you passed 50 and you, and the brother Baker, I get a crown. Well, I'm a living witness that no, that does not have to be. I literally do my squats on purpose just to make sure that my knees is working just fine, even though I know that I'm eating more healthier than most. Or let's say some, because I don't know most people. I only know what they put out here. And a lot of it is lies. But from what I see in an environment that we live in, most people are sick. Hey there, it's good to see you. Covenant Grace Ministry, it's good to see you. How you been? Thank you for your dedication. Thank you so much. I'm really proud of you for being all you all that's tuned in. I already know that you all are the chosen ones in your family and in your community. I already know, and I know how heavy of a weight that is. I already know. We tend to gravitate to those who have great responsibilities. So I already know what's going on. So you stay encouraged. Stay encouraged, my dear beloved sister, okay? And you all too, please, because I know these are trying times. We got all this talk about the dragon that's underneath the waters that's going to flip this place upside down. We got the rumors of wars. We got, you very welcome, sister. And we got all of these sicknesses, and they're getting bolder and bolder and bolder. We living in a country where it looks like they want to steal and kill, but the truth is we don't know the depths. We don't know the depths of wickedness and evil that is taking place across this world. All we know is that we're responsible for our lives. That these, y'all, some of y'all remember back in the soap opera, these are the days of our lives. And for me, when I think about that mother role that I have, I think about all y'all, my children. It's all my children. But I know that I've not carried this by myself. I know that there are others. It's just not enough of us working together to make more of a greater impact. And that's my greatest desire. That's my greatest prayer, that we get all of the healers together, all of those who really have a genuine care and love to see our people well, that we all get together and we make it happen. We make it happen. What you see is a few of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, few against millions. Really? There is a scripture text to say that the sick and the poor will always be with you. So that means that the work is never done. It's never going to be done. This is why I can't get the big head. This is why the title don't really mean much. At the end of the day, this is why even if I say something or I coach and I help someone, that light bulb to come on, and you start to inspire, and I start to encourage you to do better by your health, and that's 100 people. I know it's 1,000,000 more people out there that needs encouragement, that needs to have a good protocol for their own health and wellness. I know there is millions, billions of others that have family and friends and mates and spouses around them. A whole community that's ailing from something, meaning that I can never feel like the work is done. Never. And I know realistically it'll never be done in my time. This is going to continue even when I'm no longer here. Knowing that should be enough to keep us humble. Knowing that should be enough to make you want to do right by your fellow brother and sister. Knowing that should keep you in a place to where you don't price gouge, where you're not using people in this field, in this line, and where you all are not falling for folks that's out here that's saying, I'm doing this for this cause, I'm doing that for that cause. No, the cause is, if you're the one that's tuning in, you are the cause. You are the cause. I said it. You and your family, because you're the one that's supporting. You're the one that's supporting us to help us help you. That's all you are mainly truly obligated, and for your community, your family. Remember, the order is take her home first. I'ma always say that, because it's so much distraction out here, and there's so many people out here bagging, and so many people want a lot of things from you. And there's a guilt trip sometime that take place, but I'm telling you, this is a new season. This is a new year. 2026, you all, we have to wake up. We gotta wake up. We can't be easily deceived by Satan's devices. We can't. By your enemy devices. And it is in the food. It is in it, but it's also in how you think. The mind is, you all have heard it, the mind is a terrible thing to waste, but my saying is there's more so of a terrible thing to put waste in. That means toxic thoughts, negative thoughts, as well as bad food, as well as air. Do you all know, as we are right here today, and I'm almost done, do you all know that where we are today is that in Memphis? Look it up. You all can actually Google this or go on YouTube, put in Memphis, what's happening with Memphis, Tennessee air. They have to pay for air, y'all, now, because of the computers. Me take it easy. The alien Muskie is, we gonna call him that. Mr. Alien Muskie is there. And they are polluting the air so bad in Memphis, Tennessee. which history and some seem to believe that it's because the pyramids that's there, the soil that's there. They ran out our melanated people years ago and put a lot of that land underwater, you all. But you better believe it's a historical place. It's not just a place where Dr. Martin Luther the King was assassinated. It's not just a place where the so-called King of Rock, Elvis Presley, is from. It's not just the place from where just music come from. But if you really understood the power of the music, the vibration, the healing in certain keys and notes, you will understand why Memphis is under attack. But to get us to a place to where do you all know Memphis is only 5 hours away from me, 5 or 6 hours, give or take. Anything that hits the air, and those of you all that have come up and you've been raised in the church and in scriptures and things of that nature, you know that they talk about what being the prince of air. It talks about Satan being the prince of air. That's the reason why the air quality is so important. So when people ask me, why are you going to Africa? Why are you going here? Why are you going there? I always tell them, no, I prefer to go where the air quality is good, because where there's good air quality, that determines how good that soil is going to be. When it rains, it pours, and those minerals, whatever's in that sky, comes down and it saturates the earth. But for those of y'all that don't cover your heads, I'm not saying that you got to, because your hair do need some sun. But for those of y'all that cover it, that rain coming down on your head, the sun shining through, that air, that matters. So the fact that they're able to sell fresh air to a place that's ancient says a lot. All because of nanotechnology, technology. The connection, do the math, you all. Be safe, be careful. Let's not be sick in 2026 is my new saying for 2026. I don't know nobody else that have it, but anybody pick it up, then that's fine too. Just as long as the message get out there. Let's not be sick for 2026. And what kind of sick am I talking about? In the mind, the body, and in your whole soul. For those who don't have one, I cannot do anything about that. I'm only speaking to those of you all that do have one. Because I understand there are other entities that's here. There's other things that's here. Yeah, I understand that, and I've had my encounters. And that's all I can say on that. That's all I'm going to say, because there'll be a whole nother subject matter. So with that being said, is there any other questions that I missed? The medical ball tea, have you heard of that? The medical ball tea? Yes, I have. We have different kinds, sister. Thank you so much for the question. Is I'm down to I'm practicing on 2026. I'm also trying to learn how to simmer down my time that I speak, because I know I'll be so full by the time I come to you all, especially if I miss a week, and I be done accumulated so much information that you all have to forgive me. I just get, as they say, long-winded. Um, but I'm working on that for this year. I'm working because I know, you all had a long day, and they like to remind us of, people's attention span is not that long. I'm like, it would be if we all got a little healthier. But no, I understand you all have other things to do in the evening, and there's so many people out here talking about health now, and so much other things that's distracting for us out here. I just want to make sure that I do my part and tune in and give the time that I promised that I would for you all to ask questions. I'm trying to zoom down for the questions, but it's not allowing me, sister. And yes, I have heard of the medical T-ball. I would have to know what's in it, Sister Jacqueline. So I can't promote anything that I don't know the ingredients, because they have those and artificial ones, the ones that have the herbal teas in it. Um, have not heard of any negative outcomes from it, but anything that's artificial, I just always ask people, ask the question: is your body, is your money, and is your time? Because it's a lot out here now. Thank you, Wilson. Okay, thank you, sister. You all take advantage of your calling in or text via text. I would like to have my quick session updated information. And then from there, you all can find out about all the different products and the different tests and what that may cost you. I'll via text you that information. The chat that I got in here in the chat, let me make sure I put it in. I'll give you guys a few hearts. Yes, I'm really proud of you all. The way you want to help. For those who want to donate, yes, we still have Cash App. And then I also want for you all to please like and share, because in that way I'll be able to come back more. And it helps the algorithm to show when I'm popping up, especially if my time is an hour or so, because I do have to go. I'm based off of my clientele here. I have to. Sometime I may pull away, and sometime I'm not able to. But so far so good, y'all. Since last week, I've been able to come. I've been able to come. I'm getting better. I'm getting better now. Last but not least, y'all, please don't forget to get your spray. If you don't get anything else, get your spray. Get your spray. Please text in and get your spray. This is not my brand. I have to put emphasis on there. I am come February. The books, oh yeah, we can't forget you all. The books are coming out with the Still in the Woman's Treasure by Dr. Botanica, the one and only. I will be promoting the new edition. And then we have the 20th edition of the new medicine book that will come out, and Dr. Chef Botanical cookbook with extra added information. An extra 40 pages will be out too. Yeah, it just so happened that it's falling on because of the perfecting that we wanted to do and wanted to make sure all the prints was right. We couldn't just accept it any kind of way, you all, and then send it, take your money, then send it to you. The books will be running anywhere between $21.99 and $19.99. And so what we want to do, well, the deadline now would be during the so-called Black History Month, shortest month in the book, but that's every day for me. But anyway, it'll be coming out for February. So I guess the timing, as they say, everybody said, well, God time. Okay, yeah, it's a divine time because we were wanting out for Thanksgiving. But as any of you all that know, anytime you print books, sometimes the print don't come back the way you need it, or maybe a misprint. And so we had to deal with those things and wanting, and it's a good thing that it did happen this way. It's not me making up excuses about it. It's just factual that it's so many chains of events that took place from November until now. We wanted to insert some of that in our books. And you all are gonna find that as being very helpful with the 20th edition of the medicine book by the one and only Dr. Botanica. That's who I am co-working with. And then with the Still in a Woman's Treasure, and then my cookbook that you can use all year round. You can't beat that. So we will have 3 tier book specials, and then we will have where you're able to get it one by yourself. And so I look forward to being able to hear from you all, and preferably you all to be able to participate, because that way those proceeds go to helping the elderly and the children and those with developmental delays is what I help out with, because unfortunately some of those people are unfortunately on fixed income. Some have lost their income, and I really don't like having to charge as much at all for those, because that can be a stress. That can be a stress. You want to talk about giving to other people? No, we got us here. If we are the most sickest country, then doesn't that mean that we need the most help? We can't help that other countries and other places, they allow their leadership to rule and deprive them of the natural resources that they have there. My take is that I'm not saying don't help if you can, but my point is that at least they have some natural resources. We don't. We are limited. And so if you want to thrive like it was for 2025, and we said let's survive and thrive in 2025. And now we at 2026, and we're saying, and I'm saying, hey, let's not be sick in 2026. Then that means then that we need more help. Since everybody like to call this the wicked place, and this is Babylon. So for those of us who want to practice more righteous behavior, more healthy behavior, but yet our land is lacking in the most natural resources that we need, and everybody don't have a garden, or may not be by someone that has farmland that's growing real food. That means that that we have to spend a little more just to get these things accomplished until you start to get into a place where you can store up. Because everybody won't be able to leave out the country. They're cutting that down now, and everybody that leave out may not be able to come back. So either way it go, you have to do what is best for you, and if you have a family, for your family. Okay. So you all be blessed. Please take care of yourself. I appreciate you all for tuning in and spending time to do this. Please like and share. I love the comments. Thank you all so much. And don't forget to take advantage of your free health consultation with moi. And then we can go further for whatever help that you all need on this Wellness Wednesday. And I look forward to being able to come back next Monday for Motivational Monday, and then also next Wednesday as well. You all take care of yourself, be healthy, and remember, let's not be sick for 2026. Let's get well. Bye bye.